This is a quick video of getting your Bora saw plate set up with your circular saw. As you can see, I have this sort of placed here already with the guide on a piece of wood, attached to a piece of wood, and the saw plate here. The first thing you're going to want to do, as you can see, I've already adjusted my saw plate a little bit so it fits onto the guide. You see it, there goes one of my washers. You can see right there, I have it adjusted in just a little bit. That's extremely easy. All you need to do is adjust two Phillips heads right here and here. So I'm just going to make it a little tighter right now so I get a nice snug fit on there. And you can reach under and you can push against the guide. You don't want to get it too snug because then you won't be able to easily slide it back and forth. But for right now, I'm going to get these fairly snug. There. And there. Just a little bit snugger. There. So you can see it doesn't wobble too much, and I can still move it relatively easily. It's a little tight, you can hear it squeaking. You don't want to have that squeak because that does cause rubbing and makes it a little harder to slide the saw back and forth. So you're going to want to make sure you get that just right in there. So this is the next piece you're going to want to attach. This piece right here. This is going to go on here. Just sort of put it on there, place it on a little sideways, put your washer right on top of it, then put your saw in place. I have my SkilSaw right here, and it will work with almost any saw. I've tried two different saws. I've tried this and my Craftsman. They both work just fine. This is a nicer looking saw for reviewing, so thought I'd use this one because it's brand new. As you can see, it also has the magnesium plate on the top, which is a little thicker. My other one has a fairly cheap aluminum plate, which is one of the reasons I bought this one. It's much sturdier, and I think it's going to hold up a lot longer. Anyway, now you take your wing nut from the that comes sort of screwed onto this piece already here. Make sure you reach around the bottom, put your finger on that bolt so this doesn't all pop apart, and tighten your wing nut on the top here. You don't usually need to take this off, so the troubles I'm having right now are sort of a one-time thing. Once you get this set up and the wing nut on, you just have to untwist it a little bit in order to take your saw off. You don't have to take it all the way off. So try to get that wing nut on with the typical demo difficulties. So there, I have it twisted on. Let me move the saw a little bit so you can see it actually. There, like that. So what I meant is, see, you can actually have it fairly loose on here and slide your saw right underneath it right there, like that. A little too tight. And just get it just loose enough so you can actually get your saw, get it over the tip of your base plate on your saw, like that. And your life will be pretty easy. You won't have to redo this wing nut all the way every single time. So I won't do the wing nut all the way right now, but obviously you're going to want to get that fairly tight. That's the piece that really seems to hold everything in place best. The way I usually set this up, I try to get my guide right up against the edge of the guide plate, the saw plate, and then I tighten everything up. I want to leave enough room so that this can actually clear, but I kind of use this to make sure that I have the saw perfectly even on here. You can also use, of course, your angle guides here. See, it says 45 degrees and 0 to make sure that those are even on the front and back of the saw plate. And then you tighten all three of these. I didn't bring out a straight screwdriver, just tighten those, but obviously they have a straight screwdriver slot in there. Tighten the wing nut in the back, get everything good and in place, and then you simply use the guide to saw. And the nice part about this, I have the guide set up really close to the middle, but you could actually use the saw guide to get even like a 1/4 inch off of the end, which usually you'd have to use a table saw for. So this lets you be pretty versatile in what you can do and how you do it. Anyway, I've been really happy with the saw plate and the guide. Really solves a lot of needs for me in terms of being able to move around and cut for decking. It's just a nice piece to have. If you have a table saw, obviously it maybe duplicates a little bit of that functionality, but overall it's a pretty nice thing to have. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you.